Okay, as we come back after tomorrow's day off, we're getting ready for the mock game and really zeroing in on it to try to get us ready to do everything that could happen in a game. We're not quite there yet. We need those days of practice next as we return. But a lot of really good positive things, a lot of good stuff happening. It's a good day for the defense today. The defense got all over the football today, and on a turnover day, that's a big deal for us to see that happen. So really good. So good hard work, right in the middle of it all, and grinding it out. This isn't the only day he's made plays now. This is 3 days that he's had big plays and had a big knockdown yesterday. He's really hawking the football, and so you can't help but notice him. He's got great feel back there at this point, and real excited just to see him keep developing. I'm surprised a little bit, that he would show up this obviously, but it's clear he's out there and he's doing things. So it's he's making a great statement here in camp.
Defense players talk about rallying to the ball. There's been 2 really impressive interceptions with a tip and a dive. Just how much of an emphasis is that?
Well, yeah, right now everything's about effort, on all across the board, and particularly on defense chasing the football. We're trying to build the habits, and embed those kinds of habits that'll last through the season. But it's something that you never can feel like you got it. Chasing the football and all that effort that it takes to be special. We're trying to develop that right now. He had a little bit of a groin deal, and so we tried him out, run around a little bit, and then put him back inside. I think he went back in to get treatment. There's a number of guys you'll ask about. If you want to do it, go ahead. Cody's got he's got a quad thing that's bothering him, and enough that we got to hold him back for a couple days. Just resting today.
Something happened to him?
A little bit of shoulder thing he felt yesterday. It's not serious, but we're really being cautious with the guys when they first feel something, so it doesn't develop. He's got a hamstring that he's nursing. He's going to be about a week for him. He's got one he's going to have to deal with for a little bit.
And I guess Demarius Randall.
He's just feeling his groin tighten up, so we just precautionary. He's not hurt, but we just held him out.
DS Courage, any more closer ETA on him?
Yeah, he's figured out some. He and the equipment guys have figured out an equipment thing with shoes wise. He ran really well. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday. I can't remember which day it was. I think it might have been this morning. He ran really well. It's a really good positive sign. He felt great about it. Didn't feel a thing. So we got to build up some days of conditioning and start to figure out where we can get him back out.
Hoping to see putting a Stone out there with the one.
Well, everything. He had yesterday in pads for the first time. His first pass rush on one-on-ones. He's got Alden Smith coming after him, and he held his own and did a nice job. Yesterday was his best day since he's been with us, and it looked like when he got in pads, he felt more comfortable. He kind of knew what the tempo was, and he just did a nice job. So I'm really anxious to see what he did today. I don't know. I can't tell you.
One-on-ones yesterday. What do you think of Darryl Taylor?
I think he continues to show the special speed and quickness and get off that we're counting on. He's really rolling. Everything's been going great for him. Learning a ton. He's got a lot of stuff he's got to pick up and grow with, but physically he looks like he's the part to give you some special stuff on the edge in pass rush in particular.
His second season, maybe an opportunity to take on a bigger role this year. What have you seen out of him?
Freddie's an all-around dude. He can do everything. And he blocks well. He catches the ball well. He runs with the ball after catch. He's really smart. He plays multiple positions. Freddie's right in the mix of everything. He's playing. So I think he's going to be really comfortable with everything that we're doing. And he's fighting for playing time through camp, and he's in great shape. We're very confident with him in the game.
Your game this week, will DJ be your punt returner?
I'm not going to tell you that. We don't need to tell you that right now. He's a good returner, though. We really like him, but we've got some nice guys. There's other returns out there, too, All kinds of guys. Johnny Hughes back there. Aaron Fuller's looked really good back there. Freddie looks good back there. And we always know that Tyler can do our stuff for us whenever we need him. But we're kind of figuring out punt and kickoff who's going to, how we're going to do that. That's what we're in the middle of that now. It'll take us a while. We won't rush for that.
Any improvements from the offense yesterday to today?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Any improvements from the offense from yesterday to today?
Today was a hard day for the offense. We didn't handle the ball very well. We had some ball handling things that we didn't do well. So, I don't think this was a great day for us to improve. I think we got to come back and bounce back from this day.
Have you been able to see much out of Brian Mills yet?
He's out there battling. It's still early. Right now we're kind of accumulating reps where guys get to show something. So not enough yet. Not enough to tell you much.
How did he go from his rookie year, being up all year, and then having to be practice squad in 2020? Did he regress in some way?
Not at all. No, Penny Hart did a great job last year. Really, this was really a. Was really talking about somebody else on this one. Penny had a fantastic camp, and then just played well whenever we gave him a chance, and he was really. Had a lot of multiplicity to him, stuff that we could do with him, and he helped us in special teams. He did a great job. So they're battling again, and with a couple other guys.
You talked a lot about the depth at running back. Josh Johnson today got some reps for the ones. What have you seen from him so far in his first game?
He's done some nice stuff. He's really been very solid. You can't tell on these guys once we get them in the games, where they have to break tackles and make people miss and all that kind of stuff. But he's done a good job out here, so he's right in there. We don't have any problem with putting him in. So he's already gained a lot of confidence from the coaches.
Over the last few years, you've only had Carson and Penny going at the same time in spurts. If you have those guys together, what does that allow you to do?
Well, we feel like either way, it's a 1-2 punch. Chris is really the starter for us. He has been and has established that. But when Rashad's out there, we think he's just as likely to break it as anybody. So we're really hoping that those two guys battle it out, and whatever happens, happens. And the more Rashad plays, I think the better that makes Chris. And Chris has been a marvelous player for us, and Rashad's got to prove some stuff. He's got to prove that he's back and he can stay out there and stay durable and all that. That's what's at hand right now. But we do know that Rashad has big play ability, and we love it, coming in off the bench and however we mix it up. Always with the multiple running backs, I never worry about that. We'll always figure that part out. It's never a problem.
You said recently that this offense really suits running backs. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Not really. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that, but yeah, it's running back friendly.
He comes back, doesn't miss a beat. He's in the middle of everything.
Yeah, he did a nice job today. He did a really nice job. A little bit of fresh legs always helps, But he had a family thing that he had to take care of, and it took a bit. He seemed to be squared away and ready to get back to work, so he did a nice job today.
As a fullback, you can plug in a linebacker in a pinch.
Yeah. Valor, the more you can do. He's the epitome of the NFL motto.
Second year in a row that you've had a different version of preseason. Last year, none at all. This year, 3. How are you going into this mock game as viewing it almost as important for those guys who are on the bus? Like, are you?
I almost got all of that question except for with.
Just like with the preseason shifting again. Yeah. How important is this mock game for you to get that added evaluation?
Well, the mock game is always important to us because we're getting ready to play a game, and that's what we're trying to get done there, and so to me it's really important. We're going to be in the stadium for the first time and all of that. We're going to do everything exactly like we do at a game day, and learn the warm up and all that kind of stuff, and the rhythms of when the guys get their breaks and how they get on the field before game. I mean, all of that stuff is what we're trying to accomplish. So it doesn't happen the first time you're playing, a real ball game. So it's really important, and I make a big deal about it and have fun with it and all that. And somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, and all that. And I'm glad we get some people that can take part in it. So I hope it'll be fun for everybody.
Any update on Travis Homer?
It's just earning his way back out there with the workload that he can handle. He's in phenomenal shape. And all that, so it's just whether he's got to get to where he's really confident in his legs and can go. So we're just kind of playing off of him right now. Like I said, he's in phenomenal condition and all. We just got to get him ready to play football.
Last question.
John Art,
How much fun is it having Tater back?
It's a good question. I love having Carl Smith back with me, and we've been through a lot together, and we spend more time together probably than any other coaches on the staff. We redo practice every day in the evenings and make sure that we're seeing everything we need to see, talking about every aspect of everything, and so, he's not just a good friend, he's a great football coach, and he's been that for forever, and so he makes me better, and I really appreciate him being back, and it's fun too. We're having a good time.
Thank you.
Okay.